Everyone. This pre-bid conference for the following 5 projects is hereby called to order. I am your chairperson and will be presiding of today's activity. We acknowledge the presence of the members of Bids and Awards Committee, the Technical Working Group, Back Secretariat, end user representatives, and the bidders representative, interested bidders representative, and also the online viewers. May we request the Back Secretariat to conduct the roll call and confirm the presence of the participants. But before this, we will invoke the presence of the Lord. And may I request Engineer William to lead the prayer.
Let us all rise, bow down our heads for a prayer. Our most precious and loving Heavenly Father, dear Lord, first of all, we thank you for this wonderful day. Lord, we ask your divine presence to be with us this afternoon. So we are about to conduct our beginning conference for projects and other activities for this afternoon. We solely pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
May we request the Back Secretariat to have the roll call for the participants or the attendees.
Good afternoon again. Attendance for today's pre-bid conference. Back Chairperson, Engineer Jennifer Fanahan. Vice Back Chairperson, Engineer Anthony H. Casona. Regular member, Engineer Grace Liwalgan. Professional members, Engineer Ione Grace PWH and Engineer Shan EPP Felicidario. Head Back Secretariat, Engineer Ida Marinida Vidaroy. Members, Mr. Ibrahim Paderas and Mr. Lee. Head Back DPWH, Mr. Marvin Jones Chigan. Members, Engineer Camille Andy Escobedo, Engineer Nico and Engineer Earl John L. Camilo. Programmers, Engineer Aris D. Calixo and Engineer Jefferson Noynine. Interesting representative or interesting leaders from DC Builders, Ms. Maria Sheila Bayudan, and from AG Construction and Enterprises, is Rodaline Padaya. That's awesome.
Thank you, Ms. Aguilar. For the information of everybody, those who are interested of these projects, this pre-bid conference is being conducted in accordance with the provisions of the Republic Act number 12009 and its implementing rules and regulations. The purpose of this conference is to clarify issues and concerns regarding the bidding documents, discuss the technical and financial regarding the bidding documents, and discuss the technical and financial requirements of the project, and to ensure that all prospective bidders fully understand the scope, specifications, and conditions of the contract. And please be reminded also that any clarifications or modifications discussed today shall only be considered official upon issuance of this supplemental bid bulletin. So to begin with, for the first project, 26 KH 0041, Rehabilitation of Road at Barangay Tagpangi, with station 0+00 to station 0+200 Cagayan de Oro City. Misamis Oriental will be discussed by Engineer Kent Noynine. as the programmer. Take it away, sir.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am Engineer Jerpet 29. I will be representing the fiscal year 2026 various infrastructure entitled Rehabilitation of Road at Barangay Tagpangi Station Surplus 0 to Station Surplus 200, Cagayan City. The project location is in Tagpangi, Cagayan City. The approved budget for contract is 4,623,592 pesos and 21 centavos. The contract duration is 78 calendar days. The fund source is based on General Operation Act. So the major landmark, the project is in the Tagpangi Barangay Hall or Tagpangi Covered Court. So this is the plan and profile of the project. As you can see, the entire length of 200 meters is existing damage or bad condition pavement to be removed and replaced with new PCCP. Then we have the additional proposed drainage system at start in station 0 plus 80. The start of proposed line canal tapping to the existing line canal. And the station 0 plus 172 is the end of proposed line canal. So this is the photo images of the beginning and end of the new PCCP. In beginning station Surplus 0 is near in the entrance of Tagpangi Elementary School, and the end of the project station Surplus 200 is near at the Prince and Beyond Print Shop. And this is the beginning and end of the new line canal. The beginning at station Surplus 80 is near in the covered court, tapping to the existing line canal. And the end at station Surplus 172 is near in the Soday store. So this is the typical section of road carriageway with the concrete line canal. This is the structural detail of line canal. So this is the straight line diagram. As you can see, the entire line is the rehabilitation of existing road, and at stations 0 plus 80 is the line canal, and the 0 plus 172. So this is the summary of quantity. In part B, other general requirements, permit and clearances, 1 lump sum, project billboard or signboard for each, occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, traffic management, 1 lump sum, mobilization, demobilization, 1 lump sum, in highways, bridges, and airports, removal of actual structures or obstruction, 0.23 meter thick PCCP unenforced, 1,000 square meter, surplus common excavation, 407.10 cubic meter, structure excavation common soil, 86.94 cubic meter, embankment from barrow, common soil, 8.3 cubic meter, aggregate base course, 200 cubic meter, Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced, 0.23 meter thick, 7 days, 1,000 square meter, in building ports and harbors, flood control and drainage structure and water supply system, in earthwork, gravel fill, 8.28 cubic meter, in structural concrete 4,000 PSI, class A 28 days, 48.3 cubic meter, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, 3,954.65 kilogram. And in permit and clearances, we have the excavation permit as per city ordinance. So this is the minimum equipment requirement to be used. Trailer for equipment, at least. Concrete vibrator, 2 ohm. Concrete skidder, 1 ohm. Concrete saw, 14-inch blade, 1 ohm. Mechanized joint sealer, 1 ohm. Plate compactor, 1 list. Vibratory roller, 1 list. Motorized road grader, 1 list. Dump truck, 2 list. Backhoe, 1 list. Water truck pump, 1 list. Bulldozer, 1 list. Payloader, 1 list. Bar cutter, single phase, 1 ohm. Laboratory testing apparatus, 1 ohm. Two-way radio, 2 ohm. Barricade flasher light, 12 ohm. Concrete vibrator flexible shaft type 2, 1 ohm. Bar cutter, 25 minimum maximum rebar, 1 ohm. Bar bender, 55 millimeter maximum rebar, 3 phase, 1 ohm. Okay. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you. Question.
Thank you, Engineer Noynay. Do we have any questions, sir? Servers? How about the online viewers? There's none. Okay, let's proceed to the next project. With contact ID number 26KH0042. Rehabilitation of road at Barangay Tuburan, Station 0.00 and Station 0+200. Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis, sorry, Engineer Calizo.
So good afternoon, everyone. On behalf sa designer and programmer, I will be presenting this project. Rehabilitation of road at Barangay Tuburan, Station 0 to Station 200. So we have here 200-meter length project with an ABC of 4,624,082.79 with calendar days of 73 calendar days. And the scope of work is rehabilitation of existing road with width of 6.1 meters, 0.23 meters thick PCCP, together with pavement markings and solar street lights 9 meters high. So for location, this is the site development plan, and you can see the images here in the JPEG image. So this is before the Tuburan Barangay Hall. Before we arrive in Tuburan Hall from the Barangay Taglimaw. So before we start, we have here the material testing of material requirements, equipment requirements. We have here two-way radio, 3 ohm, barricade flasher light, 10 ohm, trailer for equipments, 1 list, trailer for minor tools, 1 list, backhoe with pavement breaker, 1 list, payloader, 1 list, dump truck, 2 list, concrete saw, 1 ohm, bulldozer, 1 list, backhoe, 1 list, motorized road grader, 1 list, vibratory roller, 1 list, water truck pump, 1 list, concrete vibrator, 2 ohm, concrete skidder, 1 ohm, truck mounted crane, 1 list, bar cutter, single phase, 1 ohm, mechanized joint sealer, 1 ohm, and material testing apparatus, 1 set ohm. Oh, we one sir, 1 ohm, plate compactor, 1 list, bar bender 3 phase, 1 ohm, and cargo service truck, all models, 1 list. So for our summary of quantities, we have here B.3 permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. B.5 project billboard and signboard for each. B.72 occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. B.82 traffic management, 1 lump sum. And B.9, mobilization, demobilization, one lump sum. For our earthworks, we have here 1013B3, removal of actual structures, obstruction, 1.23 meters thick PCCP and reinforced 1,000 square meter. 1022, surplus common excavation, 229.12 cubic. 1031A, structure excavation, common soil, 13.5 cubic. 1042A, embankment from borrow, common soil, 53.58 cubic. For our sub-base and base course, we have 2011, aggregate base course, 183 cubic. For surface courses, we have here 3111C2, Portland cement concrete pavement and reinforced 0.23 meters thick, 7 days, 1,220 square meter. For miscellaneous structures, we have here 6121 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking white, 49.45 square meter. 6122 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, 12 square meter, and 6249C1 single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 9 meters, 80 watts to 125 watts, 5 each. For our gravel fill, 8047, we have here 70.72 cubic. 901D structural concrete, 4,000 PSI, plus 28 days, 3.66 cubic. And for 9021A1, reinforcing steel before grade 40, 258.57 kilograms. So for plan and profile, we have here the plan and profile. We have the beginning and the end, and also its first funding profile in its design. So for our typical sections, we will be having a 3.05 meters with PCCP both sides. You can see here we have the typical sections and also with sections that have solar street lights. Thickness of 0.15 meters aggregate base course and 0.23 meters thick PCCP. So we also have here the details of the typical pavement markings, since we will be having pavement marking along the rehabilitation of road. So these are the details of our reblocking. And for our cross sections. So we have here road soil test reports attachments for the site. And also for our road right of way attachments. So that's all for this project. Thank you, and any questions?
We encourage the rest of leaders to raise questions or further clarification. Sir, madam. How about the online viewers? Let's proceed to the next project. With contract ID number 26 AH 0043, rehabilitation of road, Barangay, Besigan. Station 0+00 to station 0+200 of this city. To be discussed then by Engineer Kalis.
So good afternoon again, everyone. Rehabilitation of road at Barangay Besigan, station 0 to station 200. Again, the Oro City, Misamis, Oriental. So we have a station 0 to station 200 with a net length of 200 meters. Approved budget for the contract is 4,622,247.02. With project duration of 74 calendar days. So the scope of work is construction or improvement of existing road to gravel or paved road with width of 2.5 meters both sides and thickness of 0.2 meters thick PCCP. So we also have the construction of gravel shoulder with width of 0.7 meters both sides and construction of RC pipe covered with slope protection, grouted riprap and stone masonry. So general drawing is located at Barangay Besigan. So this is the location map. This is after the Barangay Besigan. So for specifics, this is situated at Barangay Sitio Kibanog. So this is our site development plan. So this is after the previous project of ours, our FMR at Sitio Kibanog. So we will be just continuing the project. This is the site development plan. So we also have here the disposal map and geotag pictures of the site. So again, we will be crossing a waterway. So this will be discussed on the plan. So for our plan and profile, this is our plan and profile. Again, we will be crossing a natural waterway, which will be implementing a RC pipe culverts. So we'll be discussed later. So this is the plan and profile and the elevations of the pipe culvert. So this is the straight line diagram showing you this project will have a whole stretch of 200 meters aggregate base course. So it is just a base course. Then you can see here the gray one. This will be the station limit of only the PCCP pavement for the carriageway. And also is shown here the stations of the slope protections. So this will be in the section of the waterway. So for our typical drawings, these are the typical drawings. Again, from what I mentioned earlier, the typical section 1, whole stretch will be having the aggregate base course, thickness of 0.1 meters thick. So there's also a station limit here, as you can see in the table, where the PCCP carriageway will be. We will have an 80 meters carriageway and gravel carriageway of 120 meters. So these are also the details for the slope protections. We will be having the grouted riprap before the waterway, and as for the waterway, we will be having a slope protection of stone masonry in between erected of RC pipe culverts. So we also have the installations of spillways on both sides. So these are the details of the slope protections. So we have here the stone masonry and its wheel guards. So for our PCCP details and geometric design standard drawings. For our summary of quantities, we have here B.3 permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. B.5 project billboard signboard for each. B.7 2 occupational safety net program, 1 lump sum. B.8 2 traffic management, 1 lump sum. B.9 mobilization demobilization, 1 lump sum. 1041A embankment from roadway structure excavation, common soil, 219.05 cubic. 1042A embankment from borough, common soil, 938.76 cubic. 2011 aggregate base course, 139.03 cubic. 3111B1 Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 0.2 meters thick, 14 bays, 400 square meter, 5001E, 5 coverts, class 4 RCPC, 18 linear meter, 5052A, grouted riprap, class A, 187.62 cubic, 5061 stone masonry, 69.79 cubic. For our minimum equipment requirement, we have here backhoe, 1 list, payloader, 1 list, motorized road grader, 1 list, vibratory roller, 1 list, water truck pump, 1 own, plate compactor, 1 own, transit mixer, 4 list, concrete vibrator, 2 own, concrete batch plant, 1 list, concrete spreader, 1 own, concrete saw, 1 own, bar cutter, single phase, 1 own, joint sealer machine, 1 list, 1 bagger mixer, 1 own, backhoe wheel mounted, 1 list, material testing apparatus, 1 own, two-way radio, 2 own, and barricade flasher light, 12 own. So for the inclusion of our B.3 permits and clearances, this is for the NCIP permits and clearances as per memo order R10 FBV 003950 series of 2025. So these are our attachments for our road right of ways. And for our soil test reports. So that's all for this project. Thank you, and any questions?
Sa bidok sir ba kaya ang nakabutang ito kay 10 ka payloader, okay na siya sir, mag-big ko niya kung naka-attach mo.
Ibig sa bulletin na lang natin yan.
10 ka payloader. Pero dari sir kay one lang man. Ano akong gi-suman mo. Pero katong sa download, because downloadable sa Facebook. 10 na yung nakabutang.
Okay. Ikuan lang naman sa anak ko dito.
Okay.
Any questions, sir?
Well, sir. Ay, itong natural waterways sir, ba? Di kayo ito gadako sir, no?
I will use the so for
Ay. Sorry. Just with the waterway sir, kuan lang to sir, no? Dili kay ga dako pa nga baha at maximum flood ito sir.
As per taga dito sa is kanang medyo dry kuan daw.
Okay. Walang salod lang. Okay. Sige, sir. Thank you.
Miss Aguilar, we have online. Yes, ma'am. Let's proceed to the fourth project. It's contract ID Big 680044. Rehabilitation of road Barangay Pigsag-an, station 0+00 station 0+200 in city. To be discussed again by Engineer Calizo. Okay, yes.
So good afternoon again, everyone. Rehabilitation of road at Barangay Pigsag-an, Station 0 to Station 200, Cagayan de Oro City, Misamis, Oriental. Station 0 to Station 200 with a net length of 200 meters with an ABC of 4,607,919.87 and project duration of 72 calendar days. Scope of work is rehabilitation of existing road with BCCP width of 2.5 meters both sides, 0.28 meters thick since we will be improving the existing paved road. There's also an installation of solar street lights. General drawing, it is located in Barangay Pigsag-an. So for specifics, this is the site development plan. It is situated in front of Pigsag-an Barangay Hall. So we will have a 200 meters rehabilitation of the existing road. So these are the disposal site plan. And for the images, this is the geotag image. This is the beginning. And this is the end. So for our plan profile, we have here the planet profile. Also accompanied with the stationing of our solar street lights. We have 3 solar street lights situated in where there's availability of space availability. We have here the stationing of street lights. So for our straight line diagram, is the straight line diagram. We will just be having rehabilitation of roadway, a width of 2.5 meters. Also the installation of solar LED roadway lighting. So this is the typical drawing and the details for our reblocking. So we have here the width of 2.5 meters both sides. Also, there's scope of work. There's also an inclusion of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking on all 200-meter length. So our PCCP details. So geometric design standard drawings. So for our summary of quantities, we have here B.31 permits and clearances, 1 lump sum. B.5 project billboard and signboard, 4 each. B.72 occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum. B.81 traffic management, 1 month. B.9 mobilization demobilization, 1 lump sum. 1013B3 removal of actual structure obstructions, 0.23 meters thick, PCCP and reinforced, 1,000 square meter. 1022 surplus common excavation, 496 cubic meter. 1031A structure excavation common soil, 4.75 cubic. 1047 gravel field, 0.43 cubic. 2011 aggregate base course, 200 cubic. 3111E1 Portland cement concrete pavement, unreinforced 0.28 meters thick, 14 days, 1,000 square meter. 4041A reinforcing steel grade 40, 196.68 kilograms. 4051A2 structural concrete 20.68 megapascal class A 14 days, 2.2 cubic. 4056 structural concrete painting works, 2.4 square meter. 6121 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, 47.2 square meter. 6122 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement yellow, 16.57 square meter. And 6249 C1 single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 9 meters pole, 80 to 125 watts, 3 each. So for our minimum equipment requirement, we have here backhoe, 1 list, dump truck, 2 list, bulldozer, 1 list, payloader, 1 list, motorized road grader, 1 list, vibratory roller, 1 list, water truck pump, 1 own, plate compactor, 1 own, transit mixer, 4 list, concrete vibrator, 2 own, concrete batch plant, 1 list, concrete spreader, 1 own, concrete saw, 1 own, bar cutter single phase, 1 own, joint sealer machine, 1 list, bar bender, 1 own, 1 bagger mixer, 1 own, truck mounted crane, 21 to 25 metric ton, 1 list, cargo service truck, 2 to 5 metric ton, 1 list, cargo service truck, 9 to 10 metric ton, 1 list, backhoe with breaker, 1 list, applicator machine, 1 list, kneading machine, 1 list, and material testing apparatus, 1 own. We also have here two-way radio, 2 own, and barricade flashlight, 29 owned. So for our inclusions on the B.3 permits and clearances, we have here the excavation permit as per City Ordinance number 12860, series of 2024, is located at page 84 of 134. It's also including inspection and supervision. So we also have here the specifications of our single arm solar LED roadway lighting. So these are the attachments. We have here the soil test reports of the project. So that's all for this project. Thank you, and any questions?
Ms. Aguilar, since there is no questions, let's proceed to the last project to be discussed also by Engineer Talisa. Yung contract ID 26AH0045, rehabilitation of road, Barangay Tumpagon, station 0+00, station 0+200, PCT from the test.
So rehabilitation of road at Barangay Tumpagon, Station 0 to Station 200, Cagayan de Oro City. So again, Station 0 to Station 200 with net length of 200 meters. ABC of 4,624,593.77, and project duration is 65 calendar days. So scope of work is improvement of gravel road to paved road, PCCP, with width of 2.5 meters both sides, and thickness of PCCP is 0.2 meters thick. There's also a construction of paved shoulder along the improvement of road with width of 0.7 meters, thickness of 0.2 meters thick, and also construction of open line canal along the improvement of road with material grouted riprap. Use of grouted riprap. So general drawing, it is located in Barangay Tumpagon. So this is the site image or the location map. It is situated before the Tumpagon National High School. So this is the site development plan. So this is the disposal site plan. And for the images, this is the site image of the beginning section. So you can see here, this is before we going to arrive at the center of Tumpagon. So this will be our project. So for planet profile, this is the planet profile for the 200-meter project. We also have we also have a solar street inclusion. So there's also a stationing of the solar street lights inclusion. So these are our straight line diagram, where we will just be having a improvement of the existing gravel road to paved road, and also the construction of line canal. So both sides of every end line canal has its own natural waterway, natural outfall, and also the indication of the solar street light stationing. So for our typical drawings, this would be our typical section. We will be having 2.5 meters width both sides and additional 0.7 both sides shoulder, and construction of line canal, grouted riprap, and also the installation of solar street lights. There's also a inclusion of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking. So you can see the details in the left side. So these are the details of our PCCP. Geometric design standard drawings. So for our summary of quantities, we have here B.3 permits and clearances, 1 lump sum, B.5 project billboard and signboard for each, B.7 2 occupational safety and health program, 1 lump sum, B.8 1 traffic management, 1.43 months, B.9 mobilization demobilization, 1 lump sum, 1022 surplus common excavation, 1,668.46 cubic, 1031A structure excavation common soil, 7.92 cubic, 1041A embankment from roadway structure excavation common soil, 160.03 cubic, 1047 gravel field, 0.72 cubic, 2011 aggregate base course, 141.16 cubic, 3111B1 Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 0.2 meters thick, 14 days, 1,280 square meters, 4041A reinforcing steel grade 40, 327.8 kilograms, 4051A2 structural concrete 20.68 megapascal class A, 14 days, 3.66 cubic, 4056 structural concrete painting works, 4 square meter, 50528 grouted riprap class A, 80 cubic meter, and 6121 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, 49 square meter, 6122 reflectorized thermoplastic pavement marking yellows, 26.76 square meter, 6249 C1 single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 9 meters pole, 80 to 125 watts. We have here 5 each. For our minimum equipment requirement, we have here backhoe 1 list, dump truck 2 own, bulldozer 1 list, payloader 1 list, motorized road grader 1 list, vibratory roller 1 list, water truck pump 1 own, plate compactor 1 own, transit mixer 4 list, concrete vibrator 2 own, concrete batch plant 1 list, concrete skidder 1 own, concrete saw 1 own, bar cutter 1 own, joint sealer machine 1 list, bar bender 1 own, 1 burger mixer 1 own, truck mounted crane 1 list, cargo service truck 2 to 5 metric ton 1 list, cargo service truck 9 to 10 metric ton 1 list, applicator machine 1 own, knitting machine 1 own, material testing apparatus 1 own, and barricade flasher light 4 own. So for our permits and clearances, we have here an inclusion of NCIP permits and clearances as per memo order number R10 FBV 00395 series of 2025, and also our specifications of our single arm solar LED roadway lighting. We also have here our attachments for our road right of ways. Our soil test reports. So that's all for this project. Thank you, and any questions?
Okay, Liz, thank you. Next, we will now go through the salient visions of the bidding documents to be discussed by our back secretariat. May we request Engineer Galudo to discuss the requirements for the eligibility and financial. Also the schedule of the bidding or the opening. Okay, Chair. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, and good afternoon, everyone. I will be discussing the procurement requirements and procedures for this civil works projects. Here we have the civil works projects with their corresponding contract IDs and the approved budget for the contract. So for the procurement schedule, the buying of tender documents is until April 29, 2026 at 12 noon only. The deadline for the submission of bids will be on April 29, 2026 until 2 p.m. And the opening of bids will follow right after the deadline or the job. Okay. Uh, excuse me, the buying, I'll repeat, the buying of tender documents is until, I'm morning na, April 29, 2026.
Currently, the presentation.
Sorry for the technical, okay, for the procurement schedule, the buying of tender documents is until April 29, 2026 at 9:30 AM only. The deadline for the submission of bids will be on April 29, 2026 until 10 AM. And the opening of bids will follow right after the deadline or the drafting of bids. For the bid submission, it may be done manually or electronically. However, bidders should only select one mode, either manual or electronic. So for the manual submission, we have the two envelope system, wherein the first envelope contains the technical components of the bids, and the second envelope will contain the financial component of the bids. These envelopes have the original, the copy 1, and the copy 2 of the bidding documents. And for the electronic submission, the details are stated in the bid data sheet in accordance with the Department Order 87 since 2020. Bid proposals may be submitted through an authorized representative together with the original notarized special power of attorney or SPA for the sole proprietorship or board, partnerships, joint venture resolution with secretary certificate for corporations, partnership, joint venture, cooperative, which is contract specific representation of any company ID or any government issued ID. To ensure that their representative is an official member and to prevent fraudulent actions such as unauthorized use of another contractor's eligibility for personal gain. So for the first envelope, the bidder must provide a valid PhilJEPS registration certificate in platinum membership in all pages. Failure of the bidder to update the PhilJEPS certificate of registration shall result in an automatic suspension of the bidder's certificate. Next, the bidder must provide a statement of all of its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Take note that the failure to disclose the required information or providing incomplete or false details may result in disqualification from the bidding process. And also, the bidder must provide a statement of single largest completed contract or SLCC. And also they must provide a special PCAB license, PCAB license or special PCAB license in case of joint venture. And the bidder must also provide a bid security. Here we have 4 forms of bid security. The bidder will only choose one form to be submitted. Here we can choose the cash or cashier's check, the bank guarantee, the surety bond, or the bid securing declaration. So this is the standard form for the bid securing declaration. And also the bidder must provide an organizational chart for the contract, the list of contractors' key personnel, and the list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned. These are or under purchase agreement. Please see in the attached bidding documents for the required number of years for the key personnel and the required number of equipments for the major equipment. And these are the standard form for the key personnel. And this is the standard form for the major equipment. And also the bidder must also provide an original and duly signed omnibus sworn statement, prospective bidders, the net financial contracting capacity, and a duly signed joint venture agreement if applicable. So here we have the standard form for the omnibus sworn statement. And next, for the second envelope, which contains the financial component of the bid. The bidder must provide an original and duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, the bill of quantities, the detailed estimates, and the cash flow by quarter. So here we have the standard form for the bid form. And the bill of quantities, the detailed estimates, and the cash flow by quarter. So these are the common grounds for non-compliant bids. So for the observation of from the previous procurement activities, we have some missing or incomplete required documents, unsigned or improperly signed forms, incorrect or inconsistent computation in the bill of quantities or financial proposal, expired or invalid license and permits, non-compliance with the specified technical requirements, and failure to use prescribed form. And in the next, we have the preventive measures and recommendations. So first, carefully checking the validity of the documents, ensuring all forms are signed by the authorized signatory, using exact form provided in the bidding documents, verifying competitions before submission, organizing documents according to the prescribed sequence, and asking clarifications from the back secretariat within the allowable period. And that is all, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Engineer Galono. We would like to emphasize all the interested bidders. The following in line with the Republic Act 12009 that all bids must not exceed the approved budget for the contract. Also, the late submissions will not be accepted. Bidders must also comply strictly with the requirements to avoid disqualification. Whenever there are requests from you for clarification, it must be submitted in writing within the prescribed period, and also only the official bid bulletins issued by the bank shall be amended. Shall amend the bidding documents. So let's proceed to if there are any questions from you, sir, madam. There is any, kindly state your name and company.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maria Sharla Bayutan from BCD Builders, and I'm sorry, but katong sa kwan mo ba sa first, ano mga katong 26 KH 0041 nga ano,
Okay, ma'am.
namagad mi nakita to dito sa equipments na transit or bagger mixer, wala siya naka-indicated to.
Where are the drummers?
Mo mong nakita ganina, wala
Walay,
check.
walay.
Walay transit mixer or bagger.
Or bagger. So, any kanang clarifications or modifications from what we have discussed will be kanang issued in the copy bulletin. So
Ate,
please,
tarami mo siya.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
thank you. Nga to. Thank you.
thank you. Any other, ma'am, sir? From the online viewers, please. So, if there are no other questions, thank you everyone for your active participation, sirs and madams. And, we encourage all the respective bidders to carefully evaluate or review your bidding documents before submitting it to avoid failure your bids. And there is no other matters to be discussed. Please, Engineer Daroy. each other. So this pre-bid conference for the said 5 projects is hereby adjourned. Thank you and good day.